So I had a meltdown yesterday and started crying immediately because I don't know how to handle conversations without getting upset.
I can see.
I'm getting upset.
I can see it. I can see it.
Fuck. All right.
You have so many keys, by the way.
I do.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
Car.
My God.
Bottle opener.
2 bottle openers.
Squid Game. Oh, I have another one, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. Okay.
Oh my God, dude. Throw it away. Because you don't even know what it is. That's easy. Throw that one away.
I don't know what that is.
Throw it away.
Okay.
You don't even need it.
Okay. House.
Wait, you skipped a couple. You moved one over. Because you don't...
I don't know what these 2 are.
So 2 and then a bottle opener.
Okay. Then house.
Okay.
P.O. box.
Okay.
Mom's house.
Okay, what's this other bottom joint?
This one?
Yeah.
For the van.
The van...
Mace.
Okay.
It's going to be a whole other episode.
No. All right. So the mace you can keep. I would take 1 bottle opener at minimum. You don't even drink like beer or anything. Why do you have bottle openers?
Do you want a bottle opener?
No.
You
And I wouldn't
sure?
put it on my keychain.
Let's go Red Sox.
No, thank you.
2 roads.
No, I don't want. I have too many bottle openers, and I don't put them on my keys. It's weird.
You can't say no to a gift though. Oh shit! I forgot your gift again.
I'm starting to think you didn't actually have a gift for me for Christmas because
No, it's at Mom's house. Ugh.
maybe your mom will just bring it one day. That's okay.
This blows.
That's okay.
So now this isn't my impromptu gift until your real Christmas
2
gift.
Roads Brewing
Yeah.
Company. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
shout out 2 Roads. I'm not going to put this on my keychain, but I'll put it in a drawer.
Okay.
But yeah, you can trim that down a little bit.
We'll work on that. We are doing things that are turning 20 this year, including myself. I turned 20 this year.
I'm almost at the point of having my 20-year reunion for high school, which I will not go to.
Why not?
I didn't go to my 10-year either.
We never had one. Like no
Really?
one planned it. Yeah, like our president of our grade, our class, did not plan one. So we never had a 5 or a 10-year.
5 stupid. 10 I could see.
What would so 2011 I graduated. So 2026 would be my 15 year if they do a 15 year.
They didn't do 5 or 10. Are you think you're going to do 15? Usually it's just like
10, 20.
10, 20. 5 stupid. 5, everybody's either like just out of college or like, I don't know. It's just like, that's a stupid one.
I feel like if you go to the Thirsty Beaver in my town, it's like a high school reunion. Or if you go to Blue on the Water, you'll see all the people from Smithfield there anyways. A bunch of them have a job there as a bartender, so.
That's fair. You say that, right? And it's so interesting to me that I still live in Rhode Island. Rhode Island is the smallest state, obviously. Yeah. And I rarely see anybody I went to school with. I saw somebody from high school a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't seen him probably since high school.
Where did you see him?
At Kohl's.
Which one? The one in Warwick?
Yeah.
You know why?
But
people from West Warwick don't leave West Warwick. Smithfield, they venture out a little bit, but they go like Smithfield, Providence, Garden City of Cranston, nowhere else in Cranston, and then like E.G. Main Street.
I know, but you're missing my point. I never see anybody that I went to high school with. And like my mother still lives in West Warwick.
Because they don't leave your town. They're still there.
I know, but what I'm saying is like I venture to places in Rhode Island, including Warwick and West Warwick, and I never see anybody. Very fucking rarely do I see anybody.
Maybe they just stay in their houses.
They might. In their pajamas.
I figured it out. They're just home all the time. They haven't left. They haven't left since 2008. Okay, 6.
That's not, no, well, maybe. I mean, there's always people that don't leave or they buy houses or whatever in the same town.
True.
But my point is, in a small state,
you haven't seen
I never see anybody. Never.
Yeah, I've seen like the same like 5 people like almost on a weekly basis at this point.
Really?
Like, yeah.
So I think maybe you have more townies than we do.
Maybe. At least my people venture out of their houses though.
Do they though?
I don't know.
How many people do you keep in touch with from high school?
Just my like high school friend group, which you know of. So like shout out Heather. Shout out.
So how many people?
Shout out. I feel like I've
just
talked about
my high school friend group.
So shout out Heather.
Shout out Heather.
Marissa.
Okay, Marissa.
Rachel. Rose. Michael.
Have I met any of these except
Heather?
No.
Okay. My friend Kiara, but she wasn't in my grade. She was a few grades older. So
she's a high school friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
Fair.
Does it include high school friends that were not from my high school, though?
Yeah.
Or are we not counting that?
I would not count that, actually.
Okay, because Melanda went to a different she went to Johnston.
Okay.
So, but we're still friends.
Sure.
Okay, so 6. Every once in a while, by crossing this girl Sarah that I went to school with, but I think that's about it. That's like 7. Yeah, but religiously 6.
Okay.
They're all gonna be my bridesman. So clearly we're still close.
You have a bridesman?
I have a bridesman.
Who's
Michael?
Who's bridesman? Michael.
Michael. He's great.
Now, does he have to wear a matching suit or something that's gonna go along with the dresses?
I think so. I think I'm going to put him in the realm of the dress colors, but my dress colors are also not too far-fetched from the suit color. I'm letting the boys wear whatever suit. Here. Should this just turn into my wedding planning episode?
No, nobody wants to listen to that. I don't.
Says you.
Yeah, me. I don't want to listen to it.
Rude.
Well, in this conversation, yes, but you want to talk about it for an hour?
Yeah. I could talk for days about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bore me.
So my bridesmaids colors are within red, rust, burnt orange, mauve. So they're a variety of colors.
Is this it?
Yeah. So I'm letting the girls wear whatever color they want in whatever style of dress they want, as long as it's floor length and it could be any fabric. I like the idea of.
Are those going to?
I like the idea of things being different textures and fabrics. I also want people to feel comfortable, and I really hate when someone's like, hey, you have to wear yellow, and they're like, well, cool, I really hate how I look in yellow, and then they feel uncomfortable, and
you
they
have to suck it up for the day. Okay, I wore a bow tie.
Or
you suck it up. You just do it.
The bow tie is a non-negotiable for me. So
you like the bow tie?
I fucking love bow ties.
I felt like a ventriloquist.
I literally told you. I was like, you look so good. I hated it. It was so good. So then the men are all wearing different colored suits. So I would probably put him in one that would most closely resemble it, maybe this tanny type deal. Because I feel like that would go really well with this. Because Nick wants to wear the burgundy. So, but then the rest of the men can do the black and the tan and the off-white and whatever other ones.
Okay.
And that way boys also don't have to buy a suit per se, because some of these are colors that guys typically potentially might have a suit of already.
Fair. Okay.
So.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's it.
Because it is a big ask to say, for if you're going to be in the wedding. It's a nice honor, but there's also the financials that come along with that typically.
I know it's huge. I'm well aware.
Girls worse than guys.
But that's kind of the reason why I am doing it the way that I want to do it, which is making it so that people feel comfortable in whatever they get.
Sure.
And then maybe they can use it again. I don't use any of the dresses that I've bought for. I was Gabby's maid of honor. I had a David's bridal, it was bedazzly bead, high neck, purple.
Right.
I would never wear that again. Even if I cut it, I wouldn't wear it.
The difference with the guys, as we talked about, is we just rent it for the day.
I know.
So
except for Nick. Nick bought one. Still don't understand it.
What? He bought one?
He bought one for his friend's wedding. Yeah.
To be in it?
Yeah. He was like, I need one anyways.
Well, I guess if it's...
I was okay.
Depends on how much he spent, but I guess if he needed one anyway, that it matched and it's something he would wear again. Then
I think he spent $500 or $600, which he was for an extra $200, $300. I might as well just buy out.
If he didn't have one, I guess, yeah. But they're usually about $200 to $250 to rent.
Really?
Just for the day, yeah.
It's kind of expensive.
It is, but it's typical. It's part of the gig. That's why you can't expect people that are in your wedding party to also get you a gift, because your gift is being in the wedding because you're already spending money.
I did. I feel like I always do, though. That's tough.
I don't know if I always do. I think I usually do.
But it is a lot of money. Like when you really think about it in hindsight, this is turning into an engagement.
We'll just run with it. We'll do the next one.
This will be the next one then, because this is not good. So that
there's just so many layers. We talk about weddings and shit all the time, but you're planning.
I'm actively planning right now. Like I'm going to see venues, and it's freaking stressful.
Just do it in somebody's yard.
Dude, I don't know anybody who has a house that's like nice.
Just copy what Brendan and Margaret did
I literally would. I was this close to being like, Margaret, how mad would you be if I got married at the same place?
You can't.
And I can't do that.
You can't.
I can't do that. No, I know I can't. I literally went to go see a venue, and I walked inside, and I go, my friend got married here. How did I not recognize the name? And they're like, really? Like, would you like to still see it? And I was like, I can't get married here.
That's different though. The venue I think is different because like Rhodes on the Patuxent. How many fucking people get married at Rhodes on the Patuxent?
But like, if one of your bridesmaids got married there,
but that's like the establishment. That is what that is for. Versus like where Brendan and Margaret got married was like
someone's house.
It was just somebody's house.
That is like, a venue at the same time.
Yes and no. Like obviously they could do certain events there, but they're not like, it's somebody's house.
Right.
So, but a venue is a venue. Like, you think you're the only person that's swacked on a venue?
Well, I'm looking at a venue right now. So I'm looking at quite a few. October of 2025 is booked. It is insane.
Do I have to travel for this?
You might have to. I might just say F it and go to Italy at this point because literally... Ooh. There is not a single weekend available for some of these venues in September or October of 2025. That's almost 2 years away.
So you don't even have a date booked. What's your timeline?
I want October 4th, 2025 or October 12th. It's a Saturday.
And you just can't find anything.
And a Sunday. Can't find anything.
Do you have a wedding planner? Is that like a thing or is it just a movie?
It is a thing, but I can't dish out $6,000 for a wedding planner.
You know people that would be like, that could help you with it, that have done it before?
So I reached out to a girl who wedding plans, and I just want to be like, can I get like a severe discount or can you just do it like pro bono? Because like I've helped you before. Can you help me type deal? So I have a call with her.
Okay.
And I'm going to see how I can word this really nicely.
How closely do you know her?
I don't know her very well. We went to the same gym, but I helped her with an event that I spoke at for free about social media. So like...
I would position it to be like, you know, do your intro and say like, do you think you could help me with this? And then... see what the interest level is, and then you can kind of be like, you know, I don't really have much of a budget, but like, how much would you charge for something like that?
Okay.
Because you gotta give them something, but maybe not $6,000. Unless you're just gonna do it for free,
which would be ideal. I do so much shit for other people for free that I'm like.
Like what?
This is turning into something else. Like I did a speech at her event, and I did that for free. I didn't ask for anything from her.
Did she ask for you to do it for free?
Yeah.
She said, "Can you do this for free?"
Yeah, she was just like, "Hey, like, would you mind coming in and doing that? Like, we don't have like a budget to be able to pay you, but like, would you be able to come in and like just talk about trends on social media and how that would relate back to like the wedding industry? Because it was like caterers there, wedding planners, whatever else.
Right.
So I've done this before, and it was at the Park Theater down in the Comedy Club. Okay. I spoke there. I think I pulled a Lindsay with me, so I targeted like both of us to go for free. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I did that. So I kind of want to be like, I scratched your back. Can you scratch mine? Like
so
right there.
You did a speech talking about social media, which is almost like, honestly, maybe you did get paid because it's a social media thing that you talked about. You want somebody to help plan your wedding for free versus you did a speech for free?
I did a panel. Like people asked me questions.
So how fucking hard was that? You needed to get paid for that?
Yes. For my time.
Then why didn't you say, yeah, it's going to cost you $100
because I didn't have a budget for it.
Then you say no if you did.
I don't know how to until this year.
Because you still wanted to do it. You didn't care about the money. That's why.
Well, I felt bad because she was also someone that I knew. Okay. Like that was mostly what it was.
You could come up with any excuse here.
It was literally.
You can't guilt her because you agreed to do something.
I'm not going to guilt her. That's not part of it. I'm not going to guilt her. I'm just secretly hoping. And she doesn't watch the podcast, so she wouldn't see this. But
yeah, you'd think that.
I'm secretly.
What's her name? I'll email it to her. This exact episode with the timestamp.
No. This episode is sponsored by our friends over at Be a Nice Human.
We don't agree on much on this podcast, but one thing we do agree on is our love for the Be a Nice Human brand.
Their streetwear includes hoodies, beanies, t-shirts, socks, and more to choose from with the simple phrase, Be a Nice Human.
Head over to beanicehuman.me and use the promo code HATETHAT. That's H, the number 8, THAT for 10% off your order.
And remember, you can still be a badass and be a nice human. I'm secretly hoping that she just does it. We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's one venue that I like that has my dates, and it's in Rhode Island.
Oh, thank God.
But the rest of them, we're seeing 2 tomorrow, so we'll see how those go. The ones that we've seen so far, Saltwater Farm Vineyard in Connecticut. My friend got married there, so that's a no-no. Stonehurst literally has no like October dates available on a Saturday, and I think a Friday or Sunday either, but in September they have Fridays and Sundays available, so I would have to
my God, you can do a Sunday wedding. Fuck off, don't invite me. Don't be cheap.
I can't get a Saturday wedding.
No, I'm not coming. Or a Friday, dude?
A Friday would be better. Everyone's saying if you do it on a Friday, because then people
I'm not taking a fucking vacation day to go to your fucking wedding.
Piss off.
You're expecting people to take a vacation day to go on
It's not during the day. It's at fucking night.
The whole thing's at night?
Not the whole thing, but you would have to be there at like 3, 4.
You
can't take a half day?
I have to take a half day for
because I'm your fucking friend.
For your wedding?
Yes.
That's just...
Consider that part of your gift to me.
That's more than I would... That half day for me is more than I would give you as a gift.
Fucking lie. Get out. And then there's... So those 2. We saw one in Situate, Mass called the River Club. It was cute. It was all right. Shepherd's Run in Rhode Island. Super nice. Mm-hmm. Very expensive though. But they have Saturdays and stuff available. Very expensive though.
Yeesh.
Number 5 was, we just went to go see it. I can't remember the name of it, but it was in Connecticut. But the thing with that one, what?
I'm just thinking of like all the venues and you're like, it's expensive. It's like, is your dad overseeing these prices?
So here's the thing. My dad and I literally got into an argument last night because he's like,
don't you yell at that man.
I literally could not fucking stand him last night because, and I love him so much, but last night he calls me and I call him and I just wanted to like talk to him, and he's somehow got into like wedding planning stuff. And he said, I went to go see 3 venues, or I went to find 3 venues for you. I found the dates available. They have your dates available. This is like the budget. This is what it's like. And I was like, but you don't even know what I like. And so like, it was kind of...
Who's paying for it?
So him, part of it, he's saying he'll cover up to 20 or 30,000. These weddings... But listen, so the weddings, every venue, we've seen 5 venues so far. The minimum without photographer, videographer, flowers, DJ, whatever, is $40,000. So I would
This is just to fucking sign a piece of paper. This is why I'm not doing this.
What?
Honestly, it's a bad business move, really.
$40,000.
This is a bad business move.
Which is insane. So I'm going to have to throw down money anyways, because add the photographer, videographer, everything else, you're looking at an extra $15,000.
Is that typical? I mean, I have no fucking clue. It just... Yeah,
because I mean, I didn't think so, but after seeing... So catering, they usually do a catering cost separate. The catering for anywhere between like 160 to 200 people would be about $30,000, $30,000 to $37,000. And then the venue cost, just the venue to rent out the venue on a Saturday, is about $13,500 to $15,000. So you add 30, let's say minimum, let's just go smallest, 30,000 plus 13.5. You're already looking at 43.5 with nothing included.
This would give me so much agita that I don't think I can even say my fucking vows. I'd be just thinking like, oh my God, I fucked up.
It's insane, which is why I wish I knew someone the way that Margaret and Brendan knew someone. Because like, I can't do my food truck idea. They don't allow like outside vendors. Like there's just certain things that I can't do. I found this one venue that was like, hey, we will let you come in and you could bring whatever you want. Like we literally, it's just like an open space, but you have to get your own tent. Like you literally have to book everything. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like no big deal. I'll find a planner potentially, book out everything where I'm just paying for the space. And it's like empty. There's nothing there. A lot of times when you're paying for the space, it's like, oh, well, we have this tent and it comes with this and comes with that. Yeah. There's nothing. Like I would have to rent out linens and plates and whatever else. Just the venue. They quoted me. She was like, what's your budget? And I was like, well, I'm going to say 40 like for like everything for me. She was like, well, I would hate to have you come look at this because just the venue for us is $19,500 and that's already half of your budget. $19,500 for no linens.
What about scaling back?
To what? There's nothing around here.
Smaller venues with less people. Then some people don't make the cut to get invited to the wedding. You do a little intimate joint.
So that's what I'd like to do. But my parents, so this is part of where the argument started. Because I was like, well, you like, of the three that you said, one was like this Webster Lake like club. And I was like, I already know where it is, like the Indian Ranch or something. I already know what it is. I don't love it. I don't love country club type deals. The other one was Newport Vineyards, which I liked. The capacity was the problem with that. I think their cap was at like 140. And my dad was like, so scale back your friends. And I was like, well, my friends, like with their significant others and stuff, is only 40, which is not much because it's including significant others. Sure. So I said 40 on that plus like the family and whatever else. So I was like, we're at like one. Without my dad's friends, rather. Mm-hmm. We're at like 140 on the dot.
Okay.
So I was like, well, now we have room for like 60 of your Kurdish friends. And he was like, that's not enough. And I was like, okay, so how much do you need? Just like, tell me what you need. And he was like, he's like, I don't want to tell you. It's just not enough. And I said, oh, like, you're being so stuck. Middle Eastern men, if you're dating a Middle Eastern man, leave. My dad is the prime example. No. There's an ego thing that happens with Middle Eastern men. My dad's pride is way up there. Mm-hmm. So he is like, I don't want to tell her because I'm literally just going to like dangle it and be like, that's not enough. You have to figure it out. And it's like, you know how many people you want, so just tell me.
Can I ask a serious question?
Yes.
Because I know me and how I would respond to any parental input on something I'm doing. Can you just invite who you want to invite? Like I always hear this from people and they're like, oh, well, my parents want to invite the third cousins and the great aunts. It's your wedding.
That's what I want to do.
Why can't you? Yeah, you can, right?
My dad wants like some of the Kurdish people there. And that's fine. I literally included like 30 of them myself off the bat that I knew I liked and I didn't have a problem with. Mind you, a lot of the Kurdish community like made my life and my mom's life a living hell as a kid. So like, I don't want them there. I don't want to look at them and be like, oh, hi, so nice to see you again. As like when I was literally little, they like caused me, my mom and my dad to like fight. Like me and my mom to fight against my dad. Yeah. So like, I don't want them there. And my dad's okay with that. He said he's okay with that. So then like...
But it's your wedding. The invite list should be just who you want to go to your wedding.
And he said that's fine. Okay. But then, exactly. So then why are you arguing that 60 people is not enough?
Wait, how many did you have it total to? You had it to 140.
My total, including his friends, was at 170. And I was like, that's an extra 30 more people that I'm not even thinking about that maybe we can like talk about and figure out. And he's like, that's not enough. So
170 is not enough. And you had to get it to 140 for what, Newport Vineyard?
Yeah, it's like 140. So it's like, okay, you want me to scale back my friends. So I'll have 10 friends there, but we'll have 70 Kurdish. Like, fucking no. Literally no. So I had a meltdown yesterday and started crying immediately because I don't know how to handle conversations without getting upset.
I can see it.
I'm getting upset.
I can see it.
Fuck.
I can see it. Yeah, but see, you're working through this. So I always side with Dad on things, and because he's financially supporting this. However, I always look at the people because I've had a lot of friends get married and such, and it's like a burden because then it's like, who do you invite? Your parents want to invite certain people. Then there's seating problems and shit. It's like the stress of that is not of importance to you and Nick.
100%. Like Nick's like family, Nick's mom was like, oh, you're inviting like your uncle something, who's like his godfather. And he's like, I haven't talked to him since I was 18 years old. But Nick has no problem like telling his mom certain things, and she kind of just like deals with it. Yeah. I like can't tell my parents stuff because Middle Eastern problems once again.
I don't know. Well, yes,
like
but it's also
I've
like
said it, and he was just like, that's not enough.
But I've but
his comeback was, okay, you know what? No Kurdish people whatsoever. I'll pay for you and Nick to go to Hawaii, and you guys can go get married over there.
I think, here's my thing. Depending on what your venues look like, if you really wanted like a Newport Vineyard, you need to, this is the time where you got to stand your ground. You got to stand your ground on this one. That's if you really wanted Newport Vineyards. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I don't want Newport Vineyard. Like, I found other ones. It's like, he's like, you should say thank you and be so grateful that I did all the research and found these three, because you would, his words, because I've known you for 30 years and you drag your feet to the last minute, and then you're going to come to me and say, Dad, you need to make a decision right now because they need to make a deposit. And I'm like, okay.
Sounds like he's got you down to a T.
But like, I think I've proved my point that one, the venues are booking up super fast. Like if I want my dates, like I need to book it now.
Yeah.
But then two, I was like, he's like, cause what, you saw like one venue so far. I know you did. And I was like, Dad, I literally looked at like 5. And then I tried to pull, I was like, go ask Nick. Nick's right here. And he's like, you leave your fiance out of it. Cause like my dad and I have never fought in front of Nick. So Nick was just like in the background, just trying to clean.
You can't bring in the others. That's not fair.
But I was like, are you fucking kidding? Like Nick and I literally went to go see venues together. Like,
I mean, he's trying to be proactive. You got to give
frustrating.
You got to give him the credit. He's trying to be proactive.
100%, but without even discussing what I like, what I don't like.
That's fair. But maybe that conversation was important and needed to happen, and maybe it'll set things straight. Like the argument isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It was bad for a headache that I got afterwards from crying so much.
I know, but these are tough conversations, you know?
I'm going to elope in Italy. Yesterday I was like, Nick. He's like, do you want to just like elope? And I was like, oh, yes. This sounds great right now. Yep. We'll just take us and like a few of our friends. We'll go to a different country. We'll do it there. It's cheaper in other countries anyways.
I have a passport now.
I know. I'm so proud of you.
I know.
So we can go wherever. We can go literally wherever. And if it's 2025, that gives you so much time to save money, book a ticket when the flights are super cheap. Like, I will find us $350 tickets to Italy. No problem.
Sounds good in theory, but you're not going to do it. So
no, it sounds great in theory, but it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. But I think you got to, I don't know. I'm always on the outside, but I would have no problem if my family was like, oh, I'd be like, it's not your wedding. So we don't need to invite people that I haven't seen. It's no knock, but there's people I haven't seen in years and probably don't even really fucking know, right, just because they're like your second or third cousins or your friends of.
Yeah.
Why are they at my wedding? Yeah. It's not yours. It's mine.
No, I know.
It should only be my friends.
But what if your parents were paying for it? Would you still say that? Or paying for a portion of it?
They would also have to understand that these people are taking up spots at a wedding that they don't need to be at.
Right. Like, in my head, I'm like, if someone is paying a portion of the wedding or anything, then it needs to be with no strings attached. It's not like, well, I'll do this if you're going to do this. Like, you're either doing it or you're not doing it. And if you don't do it, that's not a big deal. Right, but I don't want the strings attached.
Yeah, because at that point, you're just like, I'll just do it myself or I'll elope because I don't need all the
clauses.
That come along with it. It's like signing your life away. It's like,
yes, I will pay for this much of your wedding, but you need to invite Uncle Jimmy, Uncle John, neighbor Berta. Like, I don't know, like fucking all this shit.
People that just normally wouldn't go to your wedding. Like I've had friends that got married or like offshoots of people that I used to be cool with that got married that, I mean, I wasn't invited. I don't give a shit. Why would I be? I haven't really talked to you.
Fair. I feel like I always pictured wedding planning would would be like super stressful, but not this part of it. Like when it came time to like figuring out stuff, seating, that stuff, like not this. And it was such a stupid argument too. I literally was like, if you're done like belittling me, like I'm gonna hang up now. And he was like, and I was like, no. I need to be done with this.
What did mom say?
Mom just was quiet.
Yeah.
Mom tries to stay out of it. She tried to like come in and she was just like, oh, no, your father doesn't want to invite the entire Kurdish community. And I was like, I'm not saying he is. I know he's not. Like, he's saying he's not either. But at the same time, he needs to give me an amount of what he wants so that I can factor it in with who I want there. And then I know what the total will be. If I'm saying, hey, there's 60 to bring us up to 200, which is where I thought my count would be 200.
Yeah.
And then they usually say subtract about like 20 to 30 people. So I'd be at like 180 to 170. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got to look for a place that fits 200, but 180 would be like a good sweet spot to be at. And he's saying 60 is not enough, but he also said that he made an Excel spreadsheet of all the people from my friends, his friends, whatever, my mom's, that he knows. And then we can sit down and like talk about it. My dad's very analytical. So he's like, I made a spreadsheet and I separated it by family and friends and your friends that I knew and whatever. And we could sit down and talk about each one of them. I'm like, okay, cool. So what's the allotment that you made for the Kurdish community? Well, I don't want to tell you.
So can I invite like some of my friends?
Yeah. At this point, fuck it, I
really?
guess.
Okay, cool.
Jeez, you're coming along.
But that's what I'm saying is like, I get it. Those are your parents and stuff. But then it gets to the point of like, what if everybody brought, like you're bringing like your friend, like what if everybody brought their own friends? Like, can you bucket in like an additional like 10 so I can bring like people with me?
I might as well.
It's like, it should just be like the people that you want at your wedding.
And he agrees. That's the worst part is that he agrees. They both agree. He agrees.
But I'm thinking that some of this community, there's just not people that are close to you, potentially.
Potentially. But he's like...
How many... don't you know?
I allotted 60. I wrote 30 down that off the top of my head, I like. So I was like...
Would you invite them to your wedding? Be honest.
What?
How many of these people would if you were making the list?
30 I put on the list that I
without any pressure from anybody else.
Yeah, 30.
Okay, 30 of
30
them.
30 were people like I grew up with my mom like babysitting like this woman's like sons. Like I was really close with them. Like I love them so much. Like so like there's certain people like that. Like there's another girl, she's in Boston. I just saw her at the Celtics game the same day that I saw you. Mm-hmm. Like she came up and hugged me and like I love and adore. So there's some people.
Okay, so you have 30.
There's like 30. I left room for an additional 30 that we could potentially just like talk about if I'm not thinking of them off the top of my head. And apparently that's not enough.
30 people is a lot. How many, like a
Nick's
table?
Nick's family
has like, what, 10 people total?
Nick's family. His friends list is at 30? No.
30?
20? Hold on. Let just for accuracy... Let me think. Let me look at that.
I'm saying, like, does he have he has a smaller family that would go?
Okay, so here it is. Mom, okay, family from my side, like from my mom's side rather. 16. My dad's friends, 27.
These are your dad's friends.
Like the Kurdish community that I'm okay with.
Okay.
27. My friends, 60. My
60?
Yeah.
Like and then they're bringing
their significant
so
other plus
around
so 30
and then plus ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
And the plus ones are like husbands that I know. I'm not giving people just plus ones. Like it's like yeah.
I feel like you might. I'm going back on dad's side. You might be able to trim that back a little bit. 30 fucking people. 30 just friends, not even family.
But
30
like that's
friends?
including my bridesmaids and stuff. My bridesmaids is just 10. Like it's not 8.
There's an additional 20 fucking people that you're gonna invite. Oh, yeah. You have, and 10 of them are in your wedding.
You, Margaret, Brendan, like Mel.
Well,
like
I mean, you could put that's half. Cut that 4 in half because you could just be like, Margaret's gonna bring a plus 1, which is Brendan.
You, Brendan, Margaret, Mel.
That's
Julie, her husband. Like we're
what
already
I'm saying
going.
is like those you're making the 30-60. I'm saying that's cut all those in half. Those are not part of the 30.
So then
it's part of the 60.
Okay, so instead of the 60, it would probably just be 30 then.
But that's still a lot.
I just named 8 friends plus 6 of you off the bat. My 8 bridesmaids.
Your 6 those are plus ones that are gonna go.
Okay, so
I feel like this could be trimmed back.
I got Danny in there. I got Tiff
obviously.
in there.
Obviously.
I got Julie in there. I got you. I got Margaret.
Yes.
I have my friends who their daughter's my flower girl. So her and her husband, then plus the flower girl and the baby, because I can't just have them bring one child. So they're like the only 2 child. So I have to give an extra one right there because
that doesn't even count. Babies don't count.
They kind of do.
How do they count? They don't count on a plane under a certain age.
But they do, because by the time that they're old enough, they're going to be 5. He's like
that's
3
not a
right
baby
now.
then.
He's 3 right now. He'll be 5 in 2 years.
So he's a kid. He's not a baby. I'm thinking like
baby. Okay, so that's 7. And then mind you, let me see where are a lot of these. My friend Michelle from Pianta, I went to her wedding this year.
Okay.
My hairdresser, my nail girl.
Are they friends? Or they,
like and like my mom wants her too. Like I'm friends with them and.
Okay, so you hang out outside of the.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Maria and Sophia. Plus Maria and Sophia, and I have Sophia's plus 1.
Okay.
I'm already at that's already at plus my 8. 1, 2, 3.
It just sounds like a lot. Like
it sounds, but when you add it, like it's really not.
I'm thinking of like my friend group. I just don't think it would.
So
it wouldn't go out very
20
far.
It's 8 of my bridesmaids, and then 22 extra people. Like that's really not much in hindsight, not including their plus ones, but that's 22. Off the bat, I just named like people that you even know. There's some people that you don't even know, but offhand, that was already 7, 8 people.
I guess.
So it adds up quickly.
I guess.
So there's that.
But we also use the term friends differently.
But
you use it very like best friends. You use it very loosely. I say like friends. I mean like people that I talk to like regularly.
These are all people that I talk to regularly.
I think there's like a different level. I think you need to tighten up the term friend.
And then from my mom's side, 11. And then I don't know how this works.
She just had 16.
So that's like my cousin, like Gabby, my aunt, my uncle. From my mom's side, it's like her, like one of her best friends that like we spent every Christmas with them. It's like her Indian best friend. We spent every Christmas with them before going to Gabby's house as a kid.
When was the last time you seen her?
Last September. They came to Providence and we all went out to Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
I'm
trying to like make cuts here, and you're doing like what your dad's doing. Is you're justifying everybody.
So then I also have my work. I invite my manager.
That's a no.
Because she's my friend at the end of the day, though.
She's your manager.
But she's also like, and I'm one of the other girls that I work with. We went to the Taylor Swift concert together.
See, I would draw the line at the work people. Me, personally.
So there's 10 in the work thing, because it's like my manager, her husband. Like it's including 5.
All right, that's an easy cut. That's
5.
Cut right there. So that's 5 off the 30. I would cut those.
So now we're getting to Nick's. Nick's friends is 22. His family's 20. He has 42 on his side, and I have like 120 on my side.
I'm not surprised, because he was probably more efficient with the terms of, like, I'm sure his barber's not coming.
He's not close friends with him anymore because he moved to Rhode Island.
Doesn't matter, but he's not coming, right? Like,
but like my hairdresser, my hairdresser's.
That was so gross.
My hairdresser's doing my hair that day, so naturally, whenever they come, like you give them a seat at the table. Like it's a photographer, a videographer, like they get a seat at the table.
Fine.
That's typically how that works.
Fine. Listen, but I'm just saying you do.
Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable.
trying to make cuts, and you're justifying.
I don't know where to make a freaking cut.
The friend, I would reevaluate the 30 friends. I'm just saying, I would reevaluate. Can you stop scratching your nose with the fucking microphone? Somebody's going to scream in the comments about this. We already have problems in the comments about the audio. Banging on the tables and shit.
I cannot breathe.
Can I see the list?
Yeah, you want to look at it?
I want to see
the friends list?
Just let me see the friends list.
All right, so it starts right here. You'll see, like...
All right, friends. Oh, it's tough because I don't know all these people.
I think you know a lot of them.
All right, hold on. Wow, this is 60.
It's technically 60 because I wrote 66 technically, but that I deleted some, so it's 60. I've already made cuts.
I would take that one out. Take that one out.
I want to know who you're saying. We're gonna have to end this. I need to know.
I don't know some of these people. There's one that has a name on here that I just by the name that it was on there, I would take that out. Because I don't know if it doesn't have an actual name. Boot it.
I know who you're talking about. You're funny.
I don't know. There's a few. The bottom two you can't not. You have to keep those two.
Yeah.
But there's probably some. I don't know everybody in this list. There's probably a couple that I could see that they just don't really why. Not being mean, but I just don't get, I don't know why. Why would you?
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that. We're gonna look at this off camera. Moral of the story is elope. And if you can't elope, just don't get married. Like Joe, just don't get married. Go to the church. Going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel, and we're gonna get.
Do you the marriage, the wedding thing? It just was never.
And the cards? It's probably for the best.
It's not marriage again. It's the wedding. I just don't care.
It's probably for the best.
Just don't care.
Probably for the best.
Probably. It's going to save me a lot of money. Because if I ever wanted to do it, I would do it
You would save $40,000.
Yeah, I would just do it low key. Even if I wanted to do a little stupid event, it would be very, very small. Very small.
Would I make the cut?
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying small, parents, siblings.
Okay.
If I did 20 people, 20, no, man, now I have to.
See?
No, hold on.
It's a lot easier.
I have to think of in my brain compartment how.
No,
where you would fit in.
Because you have a lot of friends. So you would have
not that many.
Cheese, Marie, yeah. And then Cheese has a +1 and Maurice has a +1. And literally everyone who was here for your Christmas party, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. The kid who showed up late, what's his name?
Greg and Lauren would, they would make the cut for sure.
8. I know Lauren. I already added Lauren. 8.
I know.
It would be everyone at your Christmas call.
Yeah, well.
Plus 1 that doesn't come to the Christmas call that you're friends with.
Oh.
That would
you technically. I'm trying to think of who
excluding me.
I could do.
How many people come to your Christmas crawl? Crawl. Including your sister.
Yeah, but she's family. She has to come.
Okay, but I'm saying include everyone.
All right, John and Alex,
go.
Cheese.
Greg. Cheese's wife.
She does not. Kim does not go.
But she would come to this. So,
she would come to the wedding.
Greg
and his wife Lauren.
Got it.
Laura. Maurice.
Jess.
I mean, those are the main crawlers right there.
Okay.
If I'm leaving somebody out, I'm just brain fogging.
You're missing one of your friends who was here for the Christmas party.
Oh, Mike.
Mike, there you go.
Mike and Erica, yeah, they would obviously make the cut.
So that's 11.
See? Brain fog.
It's okay. I know. So that's 11.
Okay.
Now plus your mom, your dad, your dad's wife,
and then my mother's.
Your mother's boyfriend.
Yes.
So now you're at 15 off the bat.
Okay.
Now you're missing. Who else are you missing?
There's a couple. Well, hold on. Hold on.
Because you got Skylar, you got Rachel.
Hold on.
Yep. You put me, Skylar, and Rachel in the same boat. Keep the three of us on the side.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have one of your friends, her boyfriend, husband.
Oh, who are you talking about? Because I
don't know if I should say it on camera.
Well, block it. I don't know. Ooh, block it.
I'll pull up her Insta.
Oh my God, dude! Like, why is it a secret?
Who else am I missing?
I'm
missing someone.
I don't know, but it's gonna bother me that this has to be a fucking secret.
Well, like I don't think it is a secret, but I just don't want to like out it out loud. Oh, Margaret Brendan. Margaret Brendan. Shut up. Margaret Brendan. Okay. Who else? You're already at 19, kid. And that was without you even trying.
I know. I'm trying to think of like the party too. Tiffany, Stephanie, K. Rich, and whoever they would bring. So there's 6 more.
So you're at 25?
Okay. But if I could still off of that list, if I needed to niche it down, I could niche it. I could really just.
Who's getting the cut? That's 20. We just said 25.
I would take everybody else out, right? To keep the family, right?
Yeah.
Parents.
Yeah. Sister. Yeah.
Which I'm including all the significant others in that category, right?
Yeah.
I'll do the immediate family, just the immediate.
Okay.
Sub all of you guys out.
Okay.
And invite Graham, and Graham would go. I could niche it just to that, and nobody would be offended by it. Graham would have to go to regardless, he would have to be in the list. The list could be as short as that, and he would be in there, especially because he doesn't go to anything.
So you're at 25. With your actual list-ish. Now add me, Nick, 25, 26, 27, Rachel.
I know, but you're leaving. Yeah, you're also. I know what you're saying, but you're leaving out like aunts, uncles, cousins, which I would have to have them. Grandparents.
So you're at like 40 off the bat.
But that's total, dude. I feel like that's
what Nick's side is.
Dude,
20 and 20, 21 and 20, 22 and
right.
20.
But
and then plus hers.
Mine could be under 100 for sure. Under 100.
So
or 100 tops if it was like 40 and 60.
There you go. But you're still looking at 100. You're saying like small. But like your baseline of like your good friends.
I know, but what I'm saying is like that's total. I could niche it further than that. I could really cut.
I feel offended.
I
feel offended.
I'd have to go by seniority. You would
fuck
not
seniority.
You would not make the cut.
I don't swear on this podcast. But
yes,
fuck seniority.
Do. Anyway.
I did a lot in this one.
Whatever.
Let's do another podcast episode where I'm a little more cheerful because this one turned a dark turn.
Weddings will do that to you.
So this will be this week's episode. The next one we're filming, just so you know, what we were gonna film today is things that turned 20 this year, and it was movies and music, and I was gonna be really happy. This turned a downward spiral turn, but the next one I'm gonna be really happy.
I don't even know how the hell we started talking about weddings either. Marriage and bullshit.
I think I just held a lot of anger from talking to my dad yesterday.
Well, I'm glad. Was this like helpful? Was this like a good therapy session?
Yeah, right. I feel like I could say it one more time now and I won't cry. Like I haven't talked about it.
All right, so
let's play it back.
This and redo it with no tears.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't cry. I got it out. Like I just was holding on to it for a while. Okay. So I feel good now.
All right, perfect. This is what this is. Therapy sessions.
All right. Well, like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And I hate that for me. I do hate that for you too, because it just would not want to deal with any of this.
I hate it for me. I hate it for me a lot. But I love that for somebody else. And that's all. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.